Hello, cats and kittens. Mama Cat Gamer here with another adventure in Gavtia's trip through the Final Fantasy XIV story. We are currently in the Shadowbringers expansion. Exciting stuff. One of my favorites. Gotta turn my sound down on my phone so I'm not blowing myself out of the water. Okay. We are also, along the way, going to do some turn-ins of some collectibles with Minago. I think we were going to do the anniversary quest also, because that's always a cute little quest. Last year, our Toons actually got to talk to Yoshi P, so that was kind of fun. He gave us a cute little personal thank you for playing the game and being with the game. Some people for many, many years, I can't believe it's like the 12th anniversary, 13th anniversary, something like that. So yeah, it's pretty cool. And so we'll be doing that. We'll be doing a few blue quests for aether currents so that we can unlock flying in the zone as soon as possible. And we will be continuing with the main scenario quests. We've got some excitement coming with the Oracle of Light. As soon as we get some other things done for, gosh, who's it for? As soon as we get things done for Lena, who is our commander, and she gives us no breaks, even though, we've saved the world from Asians a few times. So. Alright, let's go over to see what I got from my stuff. I like to send my guys out. Oh, my family just came home. Yeah! It's kind of a cool looking site there, isn't it? I might keep that one. No, I wasn't paying attention to that. Sorry, guys. My kids just came home. I had to tell them we had calico bean bake in the crock pot and that it was ready to go for them to eat because I had gotten a late lunch and I'm still too full to eat. Alright, let's go to Limsa. So I think... Okay, I think we go up to here to talk to him. Oh, yep. Wandering Minstrel. Rising Attendant. In looking to the past, we take solace in the present and think of what the future may hold. That is the very essence of the Rising. This year, we have prepared a spectacular fireworks celebration. It is sure to enthrall everyone in attendance. The Rising is a period of remembrance that commemorates those lives that were lost during the great tragedy that was the Calamity. We also pay tribute to the unsung heroes who risked life and limb that others might know a brighter future. And so the streets are decorated... Excuse me, guys, sorry. And so the streets are decorated with somber trappings and the night skies filled with vibrant fireworks. May the solemn atmosphere and bright lights above spur us to reflect on the doom portended by Dalamud, that we might give thanks for the present and muster hope for a brighter tomorrow. Rising vendor? A special vintage of sparkling red wine prepared by Master Vintner Bayerglent of Wineport for the Rising in an annual celebration of Eorzea's rebirth. Well, I gotta get one of those. Get Heaven's Crackers. These are like all fireworks and things like that. Meteor Shower. Heaven's Cracker. This peculiar contraption creates illusions by weaving together myriad shapes of light. Produces a radiant light that projects images of the lesser moon down. Oh, that could be fun to look at. Yeah, the fireworks celebrations are in the main cities. They really are quite nice. It's really cool looking. Alright, let's talk to the Wandering Minstrel. Oh, they got a little Final Fantasy XIV thing there. An adventurous ambition. The Wandering Minstrel is in search of inspiration. This quest is available for a limited time only. Well, now, if it isn't my adventurer friend Gav, it could only be a blessing from the Navigator that we should meet again here and now. You see, I've been struggling to find inspiration for a new song to perform this rising. I have a mind to speak with the locals for their tales, for which I could use your able assistance. Might you be willing to accompany me? Oh yeah, of course. I am truly grateful. During the rising, we remember those we lost in the calamity, even as we turn our attention to a brighter future. 'Tis my hope to hear a tale that inspires one and all to look forward. Now then, there is no better place for talk in Limsa Liminza than the Drowning Wench. Let us first seek out the barkeep Baderon and see if he has aught of interest to share. Baderon is kind of like Wymond. Okay. Oh, come on, what's the harm? Baderon says, what's the harm? You'll get yourself killed, that's the harm. I ain't letting one so young sign up. Why do you want to become an adventurer so badly anyway, Richa? There's this place I need to go to. The problem is, the Yellow Jackets won't let a child leave the city alone. But if I was an adventurer, I'd be responsible for myself. I could go wherever I please, whenever I please. So, please, sign me up. Let me sign up, okay. It ain't that simple, lass. I've got a responsibility to those I sign up. If I let someone what's clearly unprepared head out there and they end up hurt or worse, I wouldn't be able to live it down. And don't even get me started on the damage it caused the guild's reputation, so you can forget about signing up till you're older. Much older. But it has to be now, during the rising. Why do you have to be so responsible? It comes with age, lass. Now run along and get yourself home. Wandering Minstrel says, is everything well? Baderon says, sorry I had to see that. Little cub's bent on becoming an adventurer. But I said no and sent her on her way. Sadajbi says, still, I can't help but worry. She doesn't strike me as the sort to give up easily. Baderon says, true that. Wouldn't surprise me a whit if she tried to sneak out anyway. I hate to impose, but do you reckon you could keep an eye on Richa? I'd do it myself, but I can't up and leave the tavern. Wandering Minstrel, the timing of the risings. Have a good one. Yeah, right? Yeah, doing it on Gab first. Wandering Minstrel says, the timing of the rising seemed to be of the essence to the little one. Intriguing, would you not agree? Let us ask her about that. Baderon says, I'm in your debt. No, the nearest city exit's the Tempest Gate over by the Aft Castle. I suggest you begin by talking to Clindrail, the sentry yonder. These are nice decorations. These would be nice to have, like, in a home somewhere. Clindrail. Well, let's see what he has to say. The Yellowjackets keep constant watch at every city gate. If Richa has come through, they will have surely seen her. The lowlands of Lenosia await you on the other side of the Tempest Gate. At Baderon's behest, you say? As it happens, a girl of that description did come through just a moment ago. She was at the heels of a Makote peddler, so at a glance one might think them parent and child, but the way she kept stealing glances behind her made me suspicious. So I alerted my comrade Ayoyo outside, and I expect she's stopped the little one from questioning. If you're worried, you should seek her out. Wandering Minstrel says, oh, thanks for the information. We shall find your comrade at once. I've been listening to them, you know, in the British, it's comrade. Comrade. And I've heard it enough now that I'm, like I have to think to say comrade instead of comrade. Tis well the Yellowjackets noticed her ere she had gotten far. Oh, poor thing. Damn it, they saw straight through my disguise. Poor thing. She's so cute. Like, I think she's taller than the Lalafell, too. That's funny. Ayoyo says... And who might the two of you be? So Baderon sent you after the little one. I was just about to ask what she's up to. Richa, was it, dearie? Even without others telling you, you ought to know it's dangerous out here. What is it that you want to do so badly you'd risk your life like this? There's something that I need to see. It doesn't matter if it's dangerous. I have to go. Oh, she's got a cute little tail, too. Oh, my God. Wandering Minstrel says, we understand that you have your reasons, Richa. Even so, we cannot in good conscience allow you to wander the wilds alone. So here I would make a proposal. Rather than becoming an adventurer, why not employ the services of one? With a dependable adventurer at your side, you would be able to reach your destination safely. This, I believe, is your best option. But I don't have any money, and what adventurer would want to help a child anyway? The Wandering Minstrel says, why, our friend here, of course. I love how we get volunteered for everything. Voluntold, as a friend of mine used to say. Not that Gav would ever say no to it. A little kid. He's going, yeah, being voluntold again. As long, you can count on me, or as long as I get paid, or if you're happy with this humble vagrant. I'm going to go with the last one. Humble vagrant. I shall be glad to provide suitable recompense in Richa's stead, while a part of me hopes that this will lead to inspiration for a song. Above all, I feel compelled to lend a helping hand. You'll really help me? Oh, thank you so much. Ayoyo says, I'm glad it worked out for you, but as a client, there's something you need to bear in mind. That is, you've got to give the adventurer your trust. Be honest with what exactly it is you need, and he'll be able to help you all the better. The place I want to go to is a lighthouse here in Lower Lenosia. It's named for one of the 12. I heard a rumor from a kid in town, you see. He told me that ghosts appear here during the Rising. There's supposedly lighthouse keepers who died in the calamity, and they spirit children away to the realm of the dead. But that's got to be nonsense, and I want to prove it. Ayoyo says, oh, the 2 lighthouses in the area. Oshan's Torch is the only one as civilians can still get to. Don't recall hearing nothing about ghosts, though. I can't help but be curious, so I'll come along. Having a yellow jacket with you ought to make things easier, I reckon. That's outside of a skirmish, anyway. Being a cannoneer, I'm more at home blasting things from a distance. If we run into angry fiends on the road, they're all yours. I'll just stand back with my portable cannon and blow things up. As I said, I had never heard about ghosts appearing at the lighthouse. Wonder why Richard's so interested in them. I'm wondering if it has something to do with parents or family being there. If young Richard is heading to Oshan's Torch, then someone should report as much to Baderon. So, what's your name, adventurer? Gav Tia. I'll remember that. Thank you so much for helping me. We'll go to Oshan's Torch, and we'll see if the rumor about the ghost is true. Right. I do this on Samurai, just in case it gives some XP. I don't know if it will or not. Hang on. Jake was up on my shoulder earlier and got cat fur. Does he have anything new? Okay. Oh, we get a wind-up Galul Jaja for this. Richa is champing at the bit to set forth. Are you ready to go, Gav? As much as I would like to accompany you, someone should return to the Drowning Wench to apprise Baderon of these developments. Besides, to hear your accounts afterward, what you learned and felt will also bring a unique inspiration. I wish you an enjoyable and insightful excursion. Ayoyo says, right, to begin with, how about we head east to Madman's Bridge? It'd give Richa a chance to see the sights. The path can be steep in places, so take care you don't take a tumble now. Richa says, I'll be fine, don't worry, let the adventure begin. Here we go. Well, that's kind of cool. I need to get farther out so I can scroll my camera back more. Nice. That's a nice effect. I gotta get more of those. The look on his face was priceless. Just unabashed giant grin on his face. Ayoyo says, and here it is, Madman's Bridge. If you head north, you'll get to the Red Rooster's Stead, but our destination takes us south. Vital route for trade is the bridge, but it prowls with bandits and fiends beyond. That's why it was given its name, as a warning to younglings. Look, a river, and there's some sort of strange animal. Yo-Yo says, we sometimes see children out this way with their folks, but I take it you've never been? Actually, I have. It was a long time ago, though, before my parents died in the calamity. It's alright. I like it at the orphanage. Everyone's really nice, and I have lots of fun. That'd be Limlayan Shoals, I take it? Or Limlayan Shoals? It's an orphanage run by the former Sanguine Siren, in case you weren't aware. A fine place by all accounts. If that's where Richa's from, I'll have one of me comrades contact her caretakers. Wouldn't do to let him think she's missing. Right then, next we'll make for Oshan's Embrace, up this here hill. Take it slow so you don't wear yourself down. Me fellow Yellowjackets patrol these parts. Lest you worry, they know I ain't on some pleasure jaunt. Whoa, we're so high up. This is amazing. So kid. Hee hee. I felt the same way when I looked down from here for the first time. This bridge was built where a tidal wave sundered the land during the calamity. It's a symbol of our people's determination to rise above tragedy. I think I just saw somebody, like, fall off the bridge there, trying to land. I wanted to see where they were. Oh no, there's like a person down there working. That was funny. Miss Dorothea, that's the headmistress, said that we Luminsons work hard because we hate to lose and like what we do. What about you, Gav? Do you like being an adventurer? Let's see, we can say I wouldn't want to be anything else. It depends on the work. I'd rather not work at all, to be honest. Let's see what this says. I don't like to work. I'm a cat. Really? I guess it's not so simple. My parents like what they did, I think. Then when the calamity struck, they didn't run away. They were noble souls, Miss Dorothea said. She promised to tell me everything one day, but I don't know how to feel when they're gone, and I can't find the words. I want to be a good client, though, so I'll think on it. Seems Racha's got something she needs to get off her chest, and in wanting to verify the rumor, mayhap she... but there's no use speculating. Come, let's press on. I see the lighthouse. That there's Oshan's torch. One of two lighthouses here that what are named for gods. The lighthouse keeper's a bloke named Rostenze. I don't know how to pronounce that. Rostenze. You can ask him about ghosts and anything else you like. Lighthouse keeper. So, about the reason why I want to know about the ghosts. My father and mother were lighthouse keepers, you see, but they disappeared during the calamity and were never found. When I heard the rumor, I thought that maybe, just maybe, they were the ones haunting the lighthouse. And that's why you want to prove the rumor wrong? You couldn't stand people thinking your parents were doing terrible things. But a part of me wishes that the rumor was true. Then I'd be able to talk to my parents again. There's so many things I'd like to ask them. Well, whatever the truth is, we'll find out soon. Let's keep going. Alright, let's go on down that way. I can understand the desire to see those who are gone, to say words to them you couldn't in life. It's a feeling everyone knows at some point. Yeah, you're not wrong. Whoa, the sea's frozen in a splash. Amazing! Ayoyo says, this area was hard hit by the calamity. On top of the tidal wave washing away big swaths of land, a piece of Dalamud came crashing down yonder. They say it caused ether to gush out of the land and crystallize all at once. At that time, I was with Miss Dorothea. She was my mother's friend, and she took me to a safe place. I was very little then. I didn't fully understand what was happening, but the calamity really was a frightful thing. I can't imagine how it was for father and mother. Even if there aren't any ghosts, Rostenze's been here since the calamity. It's lonely work, and he's always glad to have guests. Okay, let's go chat with the dude. Hang on. I had to, like, sneeze. Well, now, if it ain't guests, what brings you to the torch? Ghost during the rising. For all me years as a keeper, I've not seen nor heard about such things as at any lighthouse, I know. It's certainly the sort of place as children might believe haunted, though. Might be as someone mistook me or some laundry for a specter. So, father and mother weren't ghosts after all. But I must say, it's a surprise to see Rado's little girl here. Your parents showed me the ropes when I was starting out as a keeper. They had charged of Limlane's ring yonder. Nowadays it's on a little isle, but there used to be a stretch of land connecting it. A dangerous stretch it was, rife with nasty beasts. You needed to hire adventurers and grizzled ones at that, just to deliver supplies. If you knew my parents, please tell me about them. They left me in Limsa Laminza during the calamity and died in the tidal wave. Why did they go out there even though it was so dangerous? What was going through their minds? I want to know. I was stationed elsewhere at the time, so I only read this in a report, but your folks did everything they could to protect Limlayan's ring. They built a breakwater, using everything and anything they had on hand, but in the end there was no stopping such a monstrous wave. Countless souls went missing when it struck, and the Maelstrom mounted search and rescue operations. I joined in the effort, but I'm afraid they were never found. Know, though, that your folks didn't die in vain. By manning their lighthouse to the very end that day, they guided many vessels safely to shore and saved many lives. I see, they really were noble souls, like Miss Dorothea said. But if I could choose, I wish they were still here. Rostenze says, this is just a thought, but how'd you like to stay the night and hear more about your folks? It'd only be the mundane, everyday things, but what I know I'd be glad to share with you. I'd like that. I'd like that very much. I guess we got to sleep over too. Richard says, good morning, Gaff. I got up early to look at the lighthouse, where my mother and father used to be. For the longest time, I'd felt as though they'd abandoned me. I wanted to see them one more time so I could ask them why they had to go, and to tell them that I missed them. You'd say, I understand how you feel. Or are you disappointed there weren't any ghosts? In the end, there weren't any ghosts. Still, I'm glad I could learn about my parents. It made me realize that I want to become someone who helps others, like them and like you. So, thank you for bringing me here. That's a cute little story. I don't know if you can actually fly out there or not. Ayuyu says, well, it ended up being a longer jaunt than expected, but I'm glad we did it. Richaz says, thank you so much for coming with me, both of you. Ayuyu says, you're very welcome, dearie. You can always come to me if you need anything. Just no more trying to sneak out, you hear? I better get back to the orphanage. Hopefully Miss Dorothea won't be too mad at me. You'll be wanting to report to the minstrel, I expect, in which case a comrade of mine tells me he's at the anchor yard. I'll see you to it Richard gets home safely. Be sure to catch the special fireworks afterwards, eh? Be seeing you, Gav. Speak with the wandering minstrel. Gotta figure out how to get down there. Ah, welcome back, my friend. Was young Richa able to find that which she sought? So her true purpose was to see if the ghosts were her parents who were taken by the calamity. A tale is born when someone acts in the name of another. As there are so many tales out there, it is impossible for us to know every single one. Yet a tale may occasionally find its way to those who need it most, such as that of the lighthouse keepers whose courage and sacrifice have come to guide their children years after their passing. Thank you, Gav, not only for granting Richa's wish, but for providing me with inspiration as well. While we wait for the special fireworks to begin, might you tell me more of your excursion? Yes, it comes to me, a verse for all who strive onwards, this day and every day. Oh. Greetings, warrior of light. He's in a yellow jacket outfit this year. This is a world that exists outside your reality. Could it be a dream, a flight of fancy conjured by your weary mind? Perhaps. Or perhaps not. Naoki Yoshida says, "'Tis a pleasure to make your acquaintance. My name is Naoki Yoshida, and I have beckoned you here that I might express my gratitude. For long years we have walked together with you on this grand adventure. It is a never-ending journey, one that shall continue tomorrow as surely as it does today, the most natural of things. Along the way, I have endeavored to keep my gaze firmly fixed upon the future. Of late, however, I have been keenly reminded that we must occasionally look back upon the path we walked, that we might remember the lessons learned. In the course of our adventures, it seems that I too have grown. To learn from successes and failures both, and forge ahead with humility and sincerity. That is what I had resolved to do at Journey's beginning, and I resolved to do so anew. Nothing would please us more than to continue having you at our side on the road ahead. And I pray that, upon this journey of life that we have the honor to share, the light of the crystal shall ever shine. Now, the time has come for this vision to end. Time for your eyes to open from this waking dream. This world shall yet endure, and as we continue to make our way, I pray that we shall have occasion to meet again. Till that day, I wish you the happiest of journeys. Fare you well." The minstrel says, most happenings in our lives have no bearing on the fate of the world. More often than not, they go unobserved and unremarked. But you, my friend, gather up such forgotten tales and see them delivered. In so doing, you bring joy, and as a token of my gratitude, I dedicate to you this song, a song of journeys fulfilling. In gleaming gold the sun does rise. The boundless sky it calls. In silver pale the path of men, a white and endless pall. So far away the guiding light that you do now espy, but flames of life their warmth impart to comfort and inspire. Take heart, my friend, for here we stand, and so we shall remain. Your destination reach you shall, by memories refrain. The minstrel says, I have no doubt that you, Richa and Oyoyo, shall give rise to a great many more tales. Your tales, in particular, may be more varied than those of others. There may be times when you face great hardships and the weight is more than you can bear. In such a time I bid you remember this. No matter how great your burdens, the tales that you have gathered shall ever be your strength, a beacon to light your way in the darkness. All right. Very nice. Very nice. You've unlocked the toy chest. Open the toy chest found in any inn room to play minigames. I didn't know I hadn't unlocked it yet. Delightful dozen. What is that one? Complete the quest, a light that ever burns. Okay. All right. I think the delightful dozen must mean reference to, 12 years. Let's bring out our Galoo Jaja for today. I got so many mini pets now, it's not funny. Wind up Galoo Jaja. Designed in the likeness of Galoo Jaja, this mammoth was created to commemorate the 70th anniversary of his ascension as Dawn's servant. It would seem that those Mamulja who journeyed to Eorzea brought these units with them with the intent of impressing upon the locals the glory of their kind. See what he looks like. It's kind of cute. Yeah, you meet Galoo Jaja in Dawn Trail. And he's a very interesting character. Alright, now we need to go to Monago. Let's go to Monago. I got some stuff I need to turn in. Yep, going the wrong way. Bugger me being in a merchant is a lot more tiring than I ever imagined. How are you holding up, Gav? Let's make a delivery. Oh, I gotta be on a disciple of the hand. Okay, I keep forgetting that. Let's see. Who do I need to level up? Let's do goldsmith. Bugger me, being a merchant's a lot more tiring than I ever imagined. How you holding up, Gav? Let's make a delivery. Not everybody can walk away from the saucer with a fabulous prize. Some people even prefer these, and there are even others who won't even bother to visit but like to pretend they did. Or maybe they've got some other reason for buying them? Who knows? Now then, on closer inspection, bugger me, you don't see something like this every day. Hells, you're lucky to see something like that once in a blue moon. I don't know what you're doing, but keep at it. And with that, I reckon we've got more than enough for our needs. Here's hoping the folks at Saucer are satisfied with the quality of our work. Good news, Gav. The consolation prizes we sold to the Gold Saucer turned out to be more popular than we ever imagined. More profits means more aid for the families. In fact, we've got enough to go around now that I doubt Conrad's widow will object to taking some for herself. Also, we found Meffred's widow. I have a mind to visit the both of them to deliver their bit, and soon. I think I mentioned this to you before, but I was hoping you'd want to come with me when I do on account of your connection. When you're up for it, let me know. Snurbbleberry tart. Okay. Minago now considers you a savior of something or other that I couldn't read fast enough. Oh, savior of the Resistance Widows and Orphans Fund. Okay. New quest continuing the story of the Resistance Widows and Orphans Fund is now available. Upon its completion, the custom deliveries list for Minago will be updated. Okay. Minago is ready to depart when you are. So you ready then? Good. This is long overdue. We'll start by paying a visit to Meffred's widow. She's living in Alighieri with her daughter. I'll need a moment to gather my things, so go on ahead and I'll meet you there. Okay, we're gonna go to Alighieri. Wide-eyed child? Who are you? I don't know if it's Gayla or Gayla. I don't know what this is about, but make it quick. I'm needed back at the shop. This is Gayla and her little girl. I asked them to meet us here so we might have a bit of privacy. Put that away. I'll not pretend we've got it easy, but I never asked for anyone's charity. Least of all his. Our marriage, such as it was, ended ages ago. But I don't understand. What is there to? He said he wanted to fight the good fight, but was afraid of putting us in danger. It was all bollocks, and we both knew it at the time. Fighting for your homeland sounds noble, it does, but it was nothing more than an excuse to not be beholden to his wife and daughter any longer. You're wrong about him, and I can prove it. There's something else I brought for you. What is this? A charm? Meffred's. He was holding it when he died. Gav can attest to that. Not a ward of the Destroyer, but a hand-carved wooden charm, with the faces of a mother and a child. Don't you see? What mattered to him most in those final moments wasn't his homeland or his faith. It was... Mefred. That's what I believe, at least. But I won't presume to claim I know him better than you did. I do know he'd want you to have this money, though, if not for yourself, for your little girl. Thank you for everything. I'll be sure to put it to good use. Aligiri saw more than its fair share of Imperial soldiers during the occupation. No one with any ties to the Resistance was safe here. I imagine that played a part in the decision Mefford made. Who knows why he never told us? For their sake, or for his, maybe both. No use dwelling on it. From here, we've got to continue east to seek Conrad's widow. He had her hiding in an abandoned village deep in the mountains for some time, but now that the occupation's ended, there's no need for that. She's living in the Alamegan quarter at present. I'll lead the way. Alright, let's go to the Alamegan quarter. We're gonna fly, because I just get lost over here. But hopefully not running into walls. Greta? Greta? Gav, yes? I knew you at once. This is Greta. She's been waiting a long time to meet us. Oh, Jake has not joined yet. I've heard stories about your fund and what you've done for the families of the fallen. It's good work you're doing, and Conrad would be proud. And you must be Gav. I'm grateful to you beyond measure for what you did for my husband and for our homeland. Minago says, there's no need to stand on our account. Please, take a seat. Told you about my legs, did he? Well, I'm not too proud to say no. He told me a lot about you too, Minago. Enough that I'm half tempted to call you Nago, even though he didn't. It's a pleasure to finally meet you. We never had a child of our own, and yet the way his face would light up when he spoke of you and your mischief, like a father boasting about his little girl. Couldn't help but think of you in that way too sometimes. He was a father to us all in a way, and we're all better for his guidance. I wish I could have done more to repay the favor when he was alive, or to you now. But all I've got to offer is that Gil and my gratitude. You've all done so much more than you realize. You've changed people, spurred them to strive to be better. Like the young man who's been helping me. Speaking of which... Mrs. Greta, I went and bought those things you wanted. Wait, I know that voice, but from where? Specula Imperatoris. You were the one speaking for the skulls, but how? I thought you all died in the main tower. You've got good ears. You're right, I'm Rudolph, and I was one of the Crania Lupi. Don't remember much of it. When the tower came down, hit my head or something. All I remember is waking up beneath a pile of rubble. Lucky to be alive. Minago says, fair enough, but tell me why you would come here. Where else could I go? Apparently the Imperials were willing to kill me, and the Resistance weren't like to treat me any better, I reckoned. Best chance I had was to take off my uniform and join this lot. Had no idea what had happened, to be honest. It wasn't till later that I learned Commander Kemp himself had died in the battle. Didn't know much about the man other than that he was the leader of the resistance, that he had a wife named Greta who'd gone into hiding, that he died because he wanted me and my comrades to live. I owed him, so I sought her out and did what I could. It'd never make up for it, I know, but it was better than nothing, a way to pass the time till you found me. Earnest to a fault, isn't he? It's like the moment he took off the mask, he couldn't hold anything back. After all the effort Conrad went through to save his life, I thought it'd be a shame for it to go to waste, so I accepted his help. Rudolph said. I knew it couldn't last, that you'd find me one day. I'm unarmed. I surrender. Do with me what you will. Got nothing to do. Way I see it, the skulls died that day in the tower. But why would you? 'Cause sometimes you've got to try not hitting the other person back. Otherwise, we'll all have bruised knuckles and bloody noses. Rudolph says, I don't know what to say. Thank you. Greta says, I appreciate you agreeing to look the other way. Conrad would too. I'd like to think. He wanted to give them another chance. It's not my place to take it away. God damn dust getting in my eyes. Greta says, we honor the dead by living well, by carrying on their legacy, as in many ways you carried on Conrad's. But we mustn't forget to spend time with the people dearest to us while we can. You still have both your parents, yes? You ought to go and see them. I'm sure they think about you every day. Yes, I'll do just that. It's on the way back, so if it's all right with you, I'd like to pay a visit to the Peering Stones. Thanks. It's been too long since I saw my mother and father. Let's see if Rudolph has anything for us. Today might not have been the day, but I know I've got it coming. I'll be ready when it does. Greta says, it was very kind of you and Minago to bring me this money, but I'd like to think there are other better ways how it might be put to good use. But I'll see to that myself, worry not. Aw. There's like terminally good people here. This is like great. They're very sweet. Alright, now we gotta go to meet with Mraz Nun in the Peering Stones. Go do that. Mraz Nun is tribe leader. You can tell by the last name, Nun. N-U-N-H. Oh, there she is, the pride of the M tribe. I only wish you had sent word in advance so we could have begun preparations for the feast. Please, Father, we're only here for a short time. We had business in the peaks, and I'll thank you to stop with the pride of the tribe rubbish. Now, what's the world come to if a father can't dote on his daughter? And besides, it's true. You ought to know by now how much your sisters look up to you. Zaliko. Aye, it's nothing but look at Nago going out and getting things done, moving up the ranks in the resistance, bringing honor to the M tribe. People will be telling that story for years, you know, how you rode Abda through a storm of cannon fire to the top of Volodna with nothing but a satchel of glamour prisms and won the day. Which she did. Pity you got no skills other than soldiering, though. Your cooking's especially bad. Thanks. Hatwa. Ah, meant to ask. Father, we're short of wood for arrows. Meant to go and gather some myself, but I wasn't sure where I ought to search. Gather? Child, you should have learned by now that you'll have little luck finding suitable trees near our village. Better to trade for the wood. Manago says, you know, I started a fund for the widows and orphans of the resistance soldiers who died in battle. We've raised a great deal of gil through the collectibles trade, and in the process I've made friends with a lot of merchants. If there's anything the village lacks, maybe I could use those connections to get you what you need. Raznoon says, so, little Nago has taken up a new trade? Huh. If I had to choose between bartering with a stranger in Aligiri or relying on my own daughter, then it's hardly a choice at all. I'll be in touch then, I promise. You won't regret this. Right, we should hurry back to the Reach. With me, Gav. Mom didn't want to say anything. As long as she's happy and content, so am I. I learned long ago not to try and dictate the course of my children's lives. That is a very, very hard thing to do. Very hard thing to do. Alright. Let's speak with Manago back in Robber's Reach. Thanks again for accompanying me, Gav. I know it ended up being a lot more complicated than expected. Right then, I promised my father I'd help the village, and I mean to do just that. I'm in the market for sundry goods, and if you could help, I'd be most grateful. You'll still get your bit, as will the fund. Everyone will be happy in the end. You've my word on that. I'm counting on you, partner. All right. For the ones we left behind and for the ones we still got to look after. Let's do some good today, Gav. Let's make a delivery. Everyday life in a Seeker of the Sun village can be hard without the proper items. Ha! One glance is all it takes for the memories to come flooding back. Never had a knack for weaving, but it's never too late to learn, I suppose. You my heartfelt thanks for these and my parents besides. I'd like to think the tribe is doing all right these days, but every bit helps. Gotta say, Gav, you've done more than your fair share for the fund. Wouldn't want to impose upon you further, not right now. Rest up and come around another time, alright? Alright, we've delivered the weekly maximum of 6 items to Manago, and we can start next Tuesday at 3 a.m. Which will not be happening at 3 a.m. Thank you very much. Let's see, got a lot of stuff here. Which I'll just hang on to. To kill a curl? Oh, that's right. Okay. I forgot we had this turn in here. It's been sitting in my journal for a while. My dog is barking out back. So we did the Temple of the Fist dungeon. I too am most eager to hear just what went on in the Closed Fist. It was very exciting. We had lots of fighting. You fought with Ivan Curlfist? I have read that he honed his martial prowess by wandering the mountains, fighting all the Curls he could find. They say he took the creature's movements for his own, devising a style of fighting like no other. To think he had been waiting there all this time for a new challenger? My mind is made up. I, too, will become a monk. It's like, the other guys are going, what? What? Hearing your story, I realize that I must meet Ivan Curlfist myself. I will need to strengthen both my body and mind to have any chance of reaching him. And I plan to start by working on my mind. There's still much I need read about the monks and their religion. Or perhaps I would be better served by searching for a local that is well versed in the Fist of Ralgr. Oh, allow me to thank you. I would not have awoken to my true calling had you not known me or if you had not shown me the temple ruins. The next time our paths cross, I imagine I will look somewhat different. Until then... I was going, what have I done? What have I done? Rotmar says, I can definitely say I have never met a monk quite like her. It'll be interesting to see just how far she is able to go. Do you have anything else for us? The path ahead leads to the Temple of the Fist, and it is my duty to ensure that only those with sound body and mind are permitted to pass. Okay. Do I have anything else I gotta turn in while I've got this open? Some of these I just have to do the quest. And what I do with a lot of these, I just wait until they come up in my duty roulette, which I do quite a bit. That's what all these are. Always the bigger fish. Wait for Reyna at the God's Grip. Make your way to God's Grip. Let's see where that is. Ah, we'll do that later. Do that another time. It's time to go to the MSQ. Right. Well, and the blue quest leading to the MSQ. Alright. Off. I'm gonna go to the Crystarium and then go over there. And we'll go to the Ostal Imperative. I am going to double check, make sure my armor is still okay. Always bend your armor. That way it doesn't break on you at bad moment. Like in the middle of a boss battle. Go to the Ostal Imperative. Now we gotta feed it to the Amuro. Treated fodder. Amuro fodder dosed with the serum Prince's Kiss. Gwee, gwee, gwee. The Amuro happily devours the fodder. Makes it immune to, if you remember from last time, it makes the Amuro immune to the sleeping potion they'll be sprinkling around. Oh, wait, it's okay. It's like up top there. How am I supposed to get up there from here? There's one way and one way only. Indolent Amuro. Here, have some food. Gwee? Gwee. The Amuro absent-mindedly munches on the fodder. The anxious Amuro. Gwee, gwee, gwee! Gwee, gwee! Okay. The Amuro is wary at first, but appetite eventually wins out, and it accepts the fodder. Equable Amuro. Gwee? Grr. The Amuro reels at the smell, but accepts the fodder nonetheless. The Amuro are fed. Yep. Good. The rest have been dosed, so we need not fear any of our mounts succumbing to the dream powder. All units have now entered the final stages of their preparations. The time is nigh. Make ready and await deployment atop the main watchtower. I will send your uniform along as soon as it arrives. That is all. May night smile upon us. Hey, does Lena have anything else for us? Why are you still here? I love Lena. Go and await deployment atop the main watchtower. Okay. Why are you still here? Gotta deliver the supply orders. Okay, and then we gotta search for the Amuro. Okay, those are on the way, I think. Sentry Amuro. The Amuro stares intently in the general direction of Damp Soul. Gwee! Gwee! Okay. Follow the Amuro. Ah, here's our sentry. Ah, damned fiend got me in the leg. I can barely stand, let alone move. Is this the end for me? The Amuro eyes the wounded soldier with a gaze that could almost be described as concerned. This must be the sentry who was separated from his mount. Gui! Gui! The Amuro eyes you with an expectant gaze. You sense it is hoping that you will tend to the man's wounds. Sure. Healing salve, a medicinal tincture supplied to the Crystarium guard to ease wounds and soothe aches and pains. Target not in range, because we're like not turned directly in front of him. Jeez. Thank you, friend. When the beast knocked me from my mount, I thought it was the end of me for sure. But however did you know where to look? My mount led you to me? You don't say. I owe you an apology, little fellow. Here I thought you ran off in fear of my foe. But it turns out you were looking for help the whole time. Can you forgive me for doubting you? Gui! Yeah, of course. And with that, I'd best head back to the Imperative and let everybody know I'm all right. Thank you, my friend. You saved my life today. All right. Oh, you know what? I forgot. The Fenrir is faster. Go on the motorcycle. That's a faster speed. Let me guess. It's all the way up at the top or something like that. Or maybe not. Or maybe it is. Ah, there he is. Minus. Well met, traveler. What brings you to our outpost this day? A supply order. Piece of parchment detailing an extensive array of building materials and other supplies needed at the hostile Imperative. A supply order from Tiana at the hostile Imperative? But why, pray tell, are you delivering this and not one of our own men? That's what I'd like to know, or I intend to claim a reward. Oh, that's what I'd like to know. Mistaken for a new recruit, you say? You really should make a point to clarify the situation next time. Not that I don't appreciate your service, of course, but Tiana has a reputation for running roughshod over anyone she can. While I am loath to impose upon you further, if you'll be returning to the Imperative regardless, I was hoping I might trouble you to deliver the supplies Tiana has requested. I'm afraid the recent Sin Eater attacks have left us rather short-handed. It will just take a short while to prepare the materials for delivery. I invite you to make yourself comfortable while you wait. Not that there's much in the way of entertainment here. It is a military outpost after all. Perhaps you could converse with the soldiers. It'd be sure to raise their spirits. And you might just glean some useful information out of them. Alright. I'm gonna go up top in case there's one, since we're halfway up here anyway. Because I seem to think we had one at the top. Yep, we did. Hail there, friend. Say, have you ever wondered how Radiska's Round got its name? Wait, don't answer that. I have a mind to tell you anyway. Radiska was a guardsman in the early days, one of our best and bravest, as the records tell. They say he gave his life holding off a horde of Sin Eaters just long enough for a group of refugees to flee to safety. The body of this hero was discovered right here at this tower, and ever since then, it's been named in his honor. Makes a man proud to serve, I say. Alright, we'll just fly on down there. Or actually, fall on down there. Yes, yes, I know how to do my job, thanks. Luto Sai. Ho there, stranger. We don't get many travelers in these parts. What do you think of the round? She's an odd one as far as forts go, wouldn't you say? Truth is, what you see today is actually the ruins of a larger structure built over a century ago. We took over what was left and converted it into a lookout tower of sorts to serve us in our struggle against the Sin Eaters. Seeing as how it stands at a major fork in the high road, the location's rather ideal, you see. We can see threats coming in from miles away and send out patrols to deal with them before they get too close. Of course, it gets kind of lonely all the way out here, but what can you do? Varlier. A traveler? Ha! You're an odd one to pick this place for a leisurely excursion. Me, I can think of 100 places I'd rather be. But since you were kind enough to grace us with your company, why don't I tell you a bit about this place? Radiska's Round was built on the ruins of an old belfry. In more peaceful days, its clarion call would ring out through Lakeland to announce the time of day. Since the flood, however, the bell serves a purpose far more grim, to warn the residents of Lakeland of Sin Eater attacks. Oh, would that the day return when its ring again brings only joy and not fear. Ah, there you are, friend. Did my men have anything of interest to say? In any event, I hope your stay here was not overly tiresome. I'm pleased to inform you that the materials have been packed up and are ready for delivery. Beyond that, though, please allow me to compensate you for your service. Yes. Sharni says, we see some nasty fiends in these parts from time to time. You look like you can handle yourself in a fight, but still, you can never be too cautious. Alright, speak with the Crystarium Scout. Oh, we gotta go back there anyway. Okay. Sentry Captain. Ah, there you are. I was hoping that you'd return so I could properly express my gratitude. You'll be happy to know, as I would, that my man has safely returned to the Imperative. Those Amaro can be stubborn brutes at times, but times like this make a man appreciate what loyal companions they truly are. I'd say this one's earned himself some extra feed for dinner today. Alright. And unlocked more ether currents. Good. Looks like I gotta go up the big stairs there. Wait, there's more. Oh, that's a nice view there. Crystarium Scout. The operation is about to commence. Stand ready. During the operation, some of your gear will be glamored. Your attributes and abilities will be unaffected. Alright, level sync is in effect. If you are above the maximum allowed level, it will be synced as followed to level 72, item level 395.
Keep moving. What now?
The Crystarium at a guess. Desperate fools. It'll take more than a handful of overgrown lizards to ground us.
Sound the alarm!
It's amazing how fast that works.
Captain, the powder has taken effect. It is time. Let us free the Oracle from their clutches.
Alright, fight your way to Minfilia. First contingent that has already entered. Let us follow. You have to pretty much stay with Lena. So,
For the Crystarium!
Reinforcements! Send reinforcements! My men will occupy the enemy while we rescue the Oracle. Okay. Leave them to us. Come, we keep close to the wall. Okay. Oh, Elfino is here too, okay. Ah, Alize had him well in hand. They're here too, to arms! Your zeal is admiral, sister. We were told to do. They couldn't read all that. We do not have time. Leave them to the guard. Okay. Follow Lena. You more may boast the world's largest army. But woman for woman, we are no less mighty. We're going to violate the Geneva Convention and take out the healer first.
Leave this to me.
Crystarium scum!
Let's give them a shot.
If you can stand, you can fight. Push them back.
You're not alone. You're not alone.
Oh, that was nice. I'm still learning how to play samurai, so it's like... Yeah, Lena, go on ahead. We'll hold him here. Alright, let's follow Lena. Like, I lost her one time. It took me forever to find her. Rank and fire. The way is relatively clear. Good. There she is! Quickly, free her. Thank you. Are you from the Crystarium? Correct. We have come to rescue you. Your weapons, made to the same specifications as Thancred's. Be ready to use them. Understood. Please, lead the way. Let's rejoin the others and quit this place. All this trouble because of me? I'm so sorry. Save your apologies until after we've escaped. That was exactly what I was thinking. It's quiet. Too quiet. Is that Ranjit? This will not end well. brazen thieves. You will regret coming here. Alright. You will return to Yulmore. Oh, his little dragon attacks too. Oh my gosh. Forgot about that. The tales do not lie. He cannot maintain this onslaught forever. Be prepared to run. He will do no such thing. You're made of sterner stuff than the rest. Okay, we're gonna stay the AoE stuff. We're gonna go run out of these. Yeah, you want to stay out of those. Oh, now we got hot pursuit. Oh, we got all this flame stuff we're trying to escape. Oh my goodness. I have your measure now. The game is up.
It's over.
Uh-oh. Know your folly. This little dragon is named Guku Mats or something like that.
You boy, you bear a striking resemblance to the artist my master seeks. By all means, keep your counsel. You will all have ample time to confess your crimes back in Yulmore.
Ooh.
Thancred?
So, you are the wretch who stole her from us.
And what if I am?
What? Pathetic. Vermin such as you are not worthy of the Oracle.
Thancred's grin.
Break!
Fool! You would see your city razed.
I would sooner see it razed than conquered. Suffice it to say, we are ready to receive you.
What now, Exarch? Will you face me yourself?
I think not, General. I've quite exhausted my tricks. If you mean to give chase, I will not stand in your way. But you would do well to tread warily, for your quarry goes to a place where even Yulmore dare not bear its steel. Ilmeg, the fairy kingdom.
Ooh.
To think that mountain of indolence still had the energy to unleash his hounds. Even the most pointless of conflicts may alter a world's course. And now the plan has gone awry. But how? How did the so-called Crystal Exarch bring the hero of the source to the first? As if I didn't have enough on my hands already. Then again, with a soul such as that, mayhap there is another way. One which does not require bloodshed.
Someone new enters the picture.
Not so long ago, here in the shadow of the northern ranges, lay the great kingdom of Verbert. A nation with a proud history that the Sin Eaters cut short, just like all the rest. Since that time, these lands have become a haven for Fey folk. Dreamers frolicking amidst the ruins of a forgotten realm.
We should be safe enough here. It's good to see you again, my friends. I don't know about you, but it feels like years since last we met. 5 of them in my case.
Why, it only feels like 1 to me. Long enough to warrant a more convivial reunion either way. What brought you to Laxon Loft?
The girl, Minfilia, she and I were traveling together, hunting Sin Eaters. But as we were nearing Lakeland, she abruptly ran off on her own. I found her too late to stop the Ulmorans from taking her prisoner. And as I was considering rescue options, I observed that the Crystarium was on the move. So I consulted the Exarch, who apprised me of the details of the operation and issued me certain instructions. Should the situation take a turn for the worse, I was to see you all safely to Ilmeg. And here we are.
Orianger has called this place home for a while now, yet we have never called upon him, I am ashamed to say. 'Twas only at the Crystarium that we met.
Hardly surprising. This is not the sort of place one visits on a whim. Happily, having trespassed on Orianger's hospitality for a spell, Minfilia and I have an idea of how things work around here. Sooner or later, the Ulmorans will come after us. But before they do, the Exarch bids us accomplish 2 things. First, rendezvous with Orianger. And second, eliminate the Light Warden of this land.
So, Minfilia. What made you leave Thancred behind, if you don't mind me asking?
You. The hero from another world. I was asleep when I felt it. A presence. Someone I was meant to meet. They were close and I knew I had to go to them. But with all the commotion in Lakeland, I was afraid that Thancred wouldn't let me.
And would I have been wrong? Had I arrived a moment later, you would be back in your cell in Yulmore. And now we have Ranjit snapping at our heels. You really have outdone yourself this time.
Ooh, he's not happy.
I'm sorry. Thank you for saving me.
Oh, poor thing being scolded so.
Oh, Fey folk.
Who said that? Show yourselves.
Come now, put away that frown and have some fun with us.
That could be a dangerous thing.
Yes, let us have some fun. Lots and lots of fun.
Which way was it to Orianger's?
We've been there so many times, but I can't. Why can't I remember?
Damn it all. We're already caught in their spell.
Uh-oh. We're caught in a spell. Alright, let's see what Alize has to say. I was worried about the others back in Lakeland, but maybe I should be worried about us. Infilia says, I'm trying my best to remember, but it feels like peering through fog. Alfino says, fairies, I take it. Thancred says, Ilmeg is the fairy kingdom, and as one might expect, it is home to the Feyfolk. The most prominent among them are the pixies, who have a penchant for making mischief. They use powerful illusions to play tricks on all who venture into their domain. By way of an example, they can make a familiar path seem wholly unfamiliar, or lead you to believe you're somewhere you're not. And we are now, I am sorry to say, entirely at their mercy. Okay. Now we got this stuff for our glamour chest. So, it is fairies. Alize says, I was worried about the others back in Lakeland, but maybe I should be worried about us. Okay. Okay. Thancred is trying to think his way out of the present predicament. As it stands, we cannot hope to find the way to Urianger. For that, we must convince the pixies to lift the spell. From what I could make of the voices, the creatures want to play with us. If that is the case, they should permit us to find their village. Lida Luran. My hubby could tell me how it's pronounced. Lida Luran. That's what I'm going to go with for right now. Come, I have a sneaking suspicion this path will lead us directly into their midst. Oh, and I should mention that Minfilia has been informed of our situation. Of the different worlds in our mission, you may consider her an ally. Okay. Let's, right on down to Lila Laran. Talk to the summoning stone. Alright, we've attuned. Wonder if we can go in here. Nope, can't go in there. There was a plant that might help us if only I could remember what it looked like. Okay. Thancred says, well, here we are, yet the pixies are nowhere to be seen. Knowing them, their games have already begun, in which case... Gav, there's a variety of plant native to these parts, with a distinctive furrowed tip. Looking grass is its name, so called because it can be used to spy pixies, believe it or not. I'll explain how I know all of this later, but first I need you to help me find some. Oh, if a voice calls to you, under no circumstances should you respond. You will only subject yourself to further mischief. Okay. See if anything else for us. Remember, the plant has a furled tip, and I cannot stress this enough, but do not respond to any voices you hear. Okay! See what Alize and Alfino have to say. There's not a soul in sight, yet I feel eyes all over us. Alfino says, the sense of disorientation is quite overwhelming. I cannot take a dozen steps without forgetting whence we came. You search the scrub, but find nothing resembling looking grass. Suddenly a voice rings out. What is it that you seek, child? Perhaps I can help you find it. Oh, we're not going to answer. Such a rude child and too clever by half. I shall seek my fun elsewhere. Right, we're looking for glittery little things here, like this face scrub here. You search the scrub, but find nothing resembling looking grass. Suddenly a voice rings out. Greetings, mortal. What is your name? I'm not going to say anything. Oh, you don't have a name. How very, very sad. I could have had so much fun with it. The fairies are hilarious. Searching the scrub, you find what appears to be looking grass. Suddenly a voice rings out. Oh, a visitor! Where are you from, pray tell? Not gonna say anything again. Perhaps this one's hard of hearing. What brings you here? Nothing. Stone deaf. How boring. Still, picking plants at our village is as good as indulging in our hospitality, and who are we to turn you away? Stay a while, stay forever. Your body begins to feel heavy. Deliver the looking glass to Thancred. Looking grass. I keep saying looking glass. I take it you met with some trouble. Apologies for subjecting you to that. Can I assume from your presence that you managed to find us some looking grass? Yes, possessed of a furled tip, this peculiar plant can apparently be used to see hidden pixies. Yes, this is the stuff. Thus armed, we should be able to see through the pixie's veil of invisibility, and seeing them is the first step to dealing with them. Come, let's gather everyone and put Urianger's little trick to good use.
Farasitha, Krakleath.
I've found you. The game is over.
No! We're found! How did this mortal know our trick?
Wait! I recognize their souls. These two have been here before.
Look! Look! Twins! How adorable!
Oh!
Play with us!
We have neither the time nor inclination to play. We have come to see Urianger.
Oh yes, Urianger, the peculiar one.
Peculiar one.
In return for a place in Elmeg, he agreed to a riddle contest with us for 7 days and 7 nights without any sleep.
was so much fun. We must do it again.
I'm sure he'd be delighted. Now, if you'd be so kind as to lift your spell.
Shall we? Should we?
Would we?
What now?
I don't know, but this is their home, so we must indulge them.
Thing was like, I'm all done with this one. I'm so done with this.
Right, we've made up our minds. We will lift our spell on one condition: that you first lend us a helping hand. Or 2. Or 3. Once you've helped solve all of our troubles, we'll let you see Urion J. Pixie's honor.
Well, there you have it. Pixie chores. I suggest we split up.
Okay, pixie chores it is. I forgot to use my ether compass on the way in. 364 yalms to the northeast. Okay. Sul-Un. Sul-Un aches for your attention. Oops, I missed that first part. Ooh, look at me, look at me. I have a task for you. Lidalran is our beloved village, and we want it to always look lovely, and we can't look lovely without flowers blooming, and no flowers bloom lovelier than everblooms. And here are some everbloom seeds. Take them and sow them here, there, and everywhere around the village. Simple as a dimple, yes? Okay. Because why not? Oh, I can't wait for the flowers to bloom. Perhaps I'll make pretty curtains out of them. Okay. We'll talk to Ul Sigun. She thirsts for your kindness. Mortal, hear my plea. Our precious children are thirsty, and I need you to bring them water. Who are our children, you ask? Why, they're the leafmen you see standing out about our village. Adorable, aren't they? Now you'll need to go to Longmere Lake to draw the water. Once you have it, see that our children give a good drenching. Oh, baby Warren, the Fuath make their home in the lake. They tend to play rough, so take care. It's a gemstone trader here. Oh, mortal, purchase something from my shop. Spend your, what do you mortals trade at these shops of yours anyhow? Shiny rocks or something, I expect. Very well, spend your shiny rocks here. You may now trade with Sulad. Alright, I have 48. 48 gemstones here. If the pixies offer to take you somewhere, take them up on it at your peril. That's the very first thing Urianji taught me. Okay. It's gonna go up this way. It's very bright in here. 71 yalms to the north. Okay. Oh, there it is on top of the house. Okay. Kind of a cool place. It's underwater, but looks cool. Let's port back. Oop, let's not. Did I get my water? Give the water to the Leafman. Okay. Alright, now we can pour it back. No, we're not going to pour it back. Just going to ride back because I got to go water something on the way. Ooh, it's these eshivores are on my hunt log here. My goodness, my daughter is like laughing hysterically. Okay. Let's water the leafy people. Oh, you've given the water to our children. Thank you ever so much. They're all very dear to us. They wandered into Ilmeg as stray mortals, but we grew attached to them and decided to take them in. You and yours would have been our children too, but the enchantment didn't catch as well as we'd hoped. It's never too late, of course. You too can be turned into a shrub. Isyala's errand. She hungers for your assistance. Oh, I'm so hungry I may faint. Fruit, a little fruit will set me aright. Will you go and fetch some for me? Just outside the village you'll find a hillock. 2 great bell trees grow there. If you give them a shake, they should render up their sweet, succulent burdens. Okay, tree shaking. Helping us grow flowers, are you? They'll make this house look so much lovelier. There used to be a city of mortals here, a great big bustling place called Verbert or Burvert or some such. But the Sin Eaters came and everyone disappeared. Since then, we pixies have been living here and we've given the old houses our touch. Lovely, don't you think? Oh, we're gonna pick up this thing while we're at it. This blue quest. Lad Ken. Lad Ken is gravely worried for a friend. Help! Help me, I beg you! My friend has gone to FFXIV, a place we're told we must never ever set foot in. I thought about giving chase, but I'm scared I'll run into that thing. But you're a big, brave man. You're not scared of such things, are you? So please find and bring back my friend. Ken Giof is their name, and if you hurry, you might catch them before they get to FFXIV. Then we're gonna go plant some more flowers on top of here. Okay. You've done sowing seeds? Thank you! This shall help live up to its name, which means flower house, in case you weren't aware. We weren't always here, you know. We used to live deep in a lush forest. It was beautiful beyond compare. But almost all of it was swallowed up by the light. For a while we roamed, but eventually we found a place that man had abandoned. Together with our fellow Fae folk, we decided to make it our new home. The land of everlasting spring. This is our home, and it could be yours too, forever and ever and ever. No, thank you. I do not want to be a tree. Alright. Go to the other tree. Let's go down to this other place we gotta go down to. gonna go past him just a little bit to unlock that fog of war. Ken Guf. Aren't you one of Uriange's friends? Have you business with me? Yeah. Lad Ken is worried. Well, that's all well and good, but when someone tells me not to do something, it only makes me want to do it more. No one can stop me. Heedless of your warning, Ken Guf continues on in the direction of Pfizer-Loran. If you find them again, perhaps you can still convince them to turn back. Probably not, but we'll try anyway. Being the little sassy little buggers that they are. Pfizer-Loran. This looks kind of cool, actually. I wonder if you can go in. Nope, can't go in. Alright, destination. Get my chocobo out. With the chat mode in say, use your keyboard or the software keyboard to enter Ken Guf to call out to the willful pixie. Squeal, squeal! Uh-oh. Beaver-like creature. Though your beaver speak is a bit rusty. Who knew I could speak beaver? What else do we speak? The creature appears to want milk. However, you see no signs of Ken Guf. You resign yourself to bearing the bad news back to lad Ken. Aw, we're not gonna get milk for the giant beaver? Squeal, squeal. Okay. Creature appears to want milk. However, you see no signs of Ken Guf. You resign yourself to bearing the bad news back to lad Ken. Unless that is our guy. Oh, come here. Come on. Come on. Oh, come on up. Oh, come here. Come on. You know you want up. Everybody will be very happy for a visit from you. Come on. Oh, yeah, come on. He's, like, patting me on the thigh because he wants attention. Well, come over here, Jakey. Come on. Oh, you want to be up here. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Oh, no, don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. Here. Oh, yeah, that's what you want. You want some scritches. Here you go. Oh, yeah. Does that feel good? Yeah, okay. No? It's only a good idea if you do it, huh? Okay. If I pick him up, he doesn't want to come sit on my shoulder. But he still wants the attention. But if he jumps up on my desk, walks behind my monitor, comes to the other side of the desk, and crawls up on my shoulder, then he'll stay. That's how it works for him. But if I pick him up, no, he doesn't want to stay. He'll let me pet him, though, because he likes that. Isyala. I was so hungry. Did you get the fruit? Bell fruit, the sweet and succulent fruit of the bell tree, favored by pixies. Oh, thank you so ever so much. You've saved me. Yes, saved me from my boredom. You should have seen the look on your face when the bugs came down. Oh, you've done me a great service, mortal. If there's one thing we pixies are serious about, it's having fun. Dull and painful things? Hate them! Sin Eaters are dull and painful both, so we hate them especially. You mortals try to fight those monstrosities, but there's no fun in that. Best to avoid them altogether, we say. You're back. Where's Ken Gyuf? Please tell me Ken Gyuf is alright. What? Against your warning, they went to Faizu-Liran, where you found only a strange animal? Then the tales were true. Oh, Ken Gyuf, why? Why didn't you listen? Oh, I'm so sorry. I shouldn't assume the worst yet. Maybe there's still hope. I just need to stay calm and think things through. Yeah, I'll say now if you know what I have to say. So, I'm supposed to bring them a plank of wood that has no wood grain. I was asked to retrieve a garland from a tree branch. The wind blew it there, the pixie claimed. Questionable premise aside, the dragoon's jump would have been terribly useful for this task. Uh-oh. Thancred. Thancred looks just like you feel. How goes it, Gav? So, a mix of menial tasks and pranks. Yes, that pretty much sums up my own experience. They have no troubles worthy of the name. Elise says, how long are we supposed to keep at this? They're clearly playing with us. Alfino says, indeed. Whenever I inquire how much more there is to be done, the answer is ever the same. A little. I doubt they have any intention of releasing us in the near future. Vinfilia, Urianger once told me a story about the pixies. They're born from the souls of those who died as children, or so it's believed. Though they don't have memories of their previous lives, the desire to have fun remains imprinted on their souls. And so they live only to play, keeping hapless mortals for their pleasure for years on end, sometimes even until death. Alfino says, In the past, when I sought to identify the true nature of ghosts, I came upon literature examining a similar subject. The soul was likened to a core that resides in the ether, and its presence is what differentiates us from such beings as sprites and arcane entities. Upon death, said core ordinarily dissipates alongside the ether that composed the flesh. However, it may be held together and bound to the corporeal realm either by the will of its owner or by means of certain arts. In time, the soul may regather ether unto itself to assume another form or find newly emerged life in which to abide. The pixies may be one such instance of this. At least this is, if ghosts are merely souls without bodies, what does that make us? I think you've become that which you fear most, brother dearest. Thankford says. However, the pixies may have come into being. If we leave them to judge when they are satisfied, they will never be satisfied. Nay, we must negotiate new terms with the creatures, but where to begin? It seems to me we would need at least one among them to sympathize with us. In the course of your chores, did any of you encounter a pixie who seemed even faintly amenable to reason? Let's see, not during my chores, perhaps, but Feo'ul. What? You knew a pixie from before? Not only are you acquainted, but you've entered into a pact? You might have mentioned this sooner. At any rate, I dare to hope this will offer us a way out. Without further delay, then, summon this Feo'ul, if you please. With the chat mode in say, and use your keyboard or the software keyboard to enter Feo'ul to summon your pixie friend at the designated location. Does Thancred have anything else to say? Come along, Gav. Summon your pixie friend. Minfilia says, I hope Feo'ul would be able to help us. A pact with a pixie. Why am I not surprised? We're ghosts too. I suppose it makes sense on a certain level. Alright, we have to go to the destination. Which is this, like, real light yellow print inside this light pink background. Hey, what's up? Oh, not right now. I'm streaming.
We're watching the Herring Circus episode.
Oh, God. Let me, give me a little bit.
How much is it?
I'm thinking half an hour.
Half an hour? Okay, we'll watch another episode.
Okay. Yes, my kids want to watch the Golden Girls, the Herring Circus episode. If you have never seen the Golden Girls, go check them out. They're hilarious. It's a show from the 80s, but the actresses were absolutely gifted in comedy. Their timing was exquisite. Betty White was in it. She had a main role in it. And the writers were fantastic. It was fantastic. Alright, we gotta type Feo'ul. Oh, I gotta remember to... A voice rings out in your mind. So, my sapling is finally remembered about his lovely branch. But with such a half-hearted call, he may as well lop me off and cast me aside. I have no sapling. Please, Feo'ul, I need you. Oh my god, I have to type all that. Really? Is that your idea of a fervent call? A sodden log could do it with more fire. Oh my god, now we gotta type even more. With the chat mode and say, use a keyboard or the software keyboard to enter, "Oh loveliest of branches, please grant me your succor." And you have to spell it correctly. Please grant me your succor. With an exclamation point. Please tell me I don't have to type this again. Oh, I didn't put a space between Grant and me. That's... doesn't work.
You're late! Late!
For a very important date.
I've been waiting for you to summon me ever since you came here. Waiting and waiting and waiting. But my sapling didn't so much as utter my name. Such a heartless thing he is. Cold and cruel and heartless!
Gav's going, what?
Another self-important little brat. Just what we need.
Another?
Reminds me of my childhood.
Look, Kelly gives him.
Alright, I'm sorry. It was a joke. Honestly, just a joke.
But just now you called for me so earnestly, so fervently. I couldn't possibly stay angry at you. Very well. As your lovely branch, I will lend you my strength.
Thank you, Feoul.
Well. If it isn't Feoul, the mold feel. It's been too long.
Not long enough for you to think of any new games, though, apparently. If I were you, I'd be bored of myself. Now let me make something clear. That mortal is mine. No matter what you do, he will never be yours. Never, ever!
Oh, not even a bit. But what about the others? Surely we can keep them.
No, you can't keep them either. They're for my amusement and mine alone.
Well.
And if you lay so much as a finger on my sapling, I'll scatter the contents of his bag all over your precious village. There'll be cold, hard metal, furry, festering food, stinky, sweaty small clothes, and all manner of other terrible, unmentionable things. How would you like that?
Stinky, sweaty, small clothes. Feoul may not be wrong on that count.
All right. But will you not at least let us play with the twins? Just while the others go and see Urianger.
Aye, that's all we ask. And we promise we'll play nicely.
It seems we won't be joining you.
Aye! We'll reveal the hidden Fernic to you at once.
Nice.
So this is the true Ilmeg.
Thank God. My eyes were bleeding from the brightness.
How are you feeling?
Better. I think I remember the way now.
Apologies for the delay. Shall we go and see Urianger?
Your lovely branch is useful, yes? So whenever you're in trouble, you must remember to make use of me!
I love Fayewool. Okay. Alfino says, "Worry not, we shall be fine. Go on, find Urianger." Elise says, "Send Urianger my regards and tell him to live somewhere less annoying next time." Sure, get right on that. Fayewool certainly has a way with the other pixies. For Alfino and Alice's sake, let us be quick. It would be a shame to return only to find that they have been made to play one game too many. Now, the place we seek is the abandoned manor of a nobleman and scholar, the Bookman's Shelves, it's called, after the fellow's vast collection of tomes. An agreeable habitat for our friend, I'm sure you'll agree. If we follow the path north, we should soon find the place. Come along. They have anything else for us? No. Tell them to live somewhere else, less annoying next time. Kids are listening to Golden Girls episode and laughing like maniacs. It's hilarious. The Bookman's Shelves. It's been quite a while. I hope Urianger is well. Ingrid said, "And here we are at long last. I give you Urianger's humble abode. Come, let's see if he's home." It's I don't know that I'd call that humble. Oh, this is like perfect for Urianger. And the man has probably read all the books already.
Urianger, are you in?
Unto a world weary of heroes, a hero wends his way.
Okay. Into a world that doesn't have enough heroes. A hero comes.
The Exarch did send word that thou wouldst seek me out, but ne'er did I imagine thou wouldst arrive so soon.
Yeah, the Exarch told me that you'd be coming, but I didn't expect you to arrive so soon. Urianger, you've changed.
Full glad am I to see thee once more, my friend, and none the worse for thy travails.
Ah, I'm so glad to see you again, Gav, and you look pretty good for all the trouble you've been in.
Run along, Minfilia. We will meet you outside.
But
Another one for you to imbue, if you'd be so kind.
I take it thou hast met with our other comrades already?
Okay. Right. Take it you've met the other ones already? Let me fill you in on what's been going on the last few years.
That Master Alphino and Mistress Alize now travel in thy company is of great comfort to me. As for the rest...
Alright. I am really glad that Alphino and Alize are traveling with you. And as for the rest...
It beginneth in earnest. The hunting of the Light Wardens, and perforce the war with Yulmore.
Alright, it starts in earnest. The hunting Light Wardens and a possible war with Yulmore.
Hark thee then to my words, and through them behold the vision that I did glimpse, that of the 8th Umbral Calamity.
Alright, listen to me. And I'll tell you about this vision I had about the 8th Umbral Calamity.
As I drifted hither to the first, traversing the boundary twixt reality and potentiality, I did bear witness to events yet to come.
Okay, as I drifted here to the first, in that boundary between, you know, the reality and possibilities, I saw a vision of events yet to come.
There I saw the combined forces of Eorzea and the Far East offering fierce resistance to the legions of Garlemald.
I saw Eorzea and the armies of Doma fighting against Garlemald.
So fierce, in fact, that they did begin to push the enemy back. Ilm by painful Ilm at first, then Yalm by Yalm, and Malm by Malm in time.
So fiercely, in fact, that they started to push the enemy back inch by painful inch at first, and then yard by yard, and then mile by mile in time.
Yet the joy they felt was short-lived, for in so doing they did force the Empire's hand. Faced with defeat, the Garleans turned to a weapon most vile. Black Rose.
But the joy was short-lived, because when they did that, they forced the Empire's hand, and the Garleans turned to a weapon, Black Rose, the one that kills everybody instantly.
Its potency defied all reckoning.
It was beyond powerful.
Once released, the gas took on a life of its own, wreaking untold carnage not only in Eorzea, but in the provinces of the Empire besides.
Once released, the gas took on a life of its own, just killing everything, not only in Eorzea, but in the Imperial provinces besides.
From fighters upon the front lines to babes in their beds, none were spared. And as the casualties became too numerous to count, so did the fabric of civilization begin to unravel.
Okay, from fighters on the front lines to sleeping babies, no one was spared. And once the casualties became too numerous to count, you know, civilization itself began to unravel. Imagine, you know, this is sort of what happened in I think it was 14th century with the Black Death. Something like, I want to say 30 to 50% of the population died. And when you lose that many, you know, you lose farmers who are tilling the fields. So, you know, crops go unharvested. You lose people who had, you know, specific knowledge, like how to take care of horses and how to take care of cows, how to make cheese, how to make wheels, you know, how to do basic things. And, you know, when you lose that many people, you know, it's devastating.
Nor did the land itself escape unscathed. For spreading from the site of its release, Black Rose brought death to the very soil.
Even the land itself was not spared because Black Rose killed the soil, not just people.
To survive amidst the chaos and upheaval, Men came to live by the sword, the rule of law giving way, inevitably, to the rule of might.
Well, you've heard of might makes right. Well, when you live in that kind of situation, if it's kill or be killed, that's what it turns into. And, you know, if somebody has food to eat and you don't have any, you get kind of desperate. All right, to survive amid the chaos and upheaval, men took up the sword. Rule of law gave way to the rule of might.
Thus was the spark struck and the fire kindled, and swiftly did it spread as a blaze in a field of straw to engulf every corner of the world.
And so the spark was struck and caused the fire that swiftly spread like a blaze in a field of, you know, dry straw to engulf every corner of the world.
Nations worthy of the name did then cease to exist. And those souls brave and true who might have risen to restore order.
Countries just ceased to exist, and those people who would have, the brave and true among us that might have risen up to restore order. Tatara's gone. Kryl gone. Thancred, Y'shtola gone. Elise and Elfino.
Were no more.
And you.
For the weapon spared not one, not even thee.
Even you died from Black Rose.
An endless age of war, begotten by the blight of Black Rose. Such is the legacy of the 8th umbral calamity which I did behold. No matter the cost, we must forestall this tragedy.
No matter what it costs us, we have to prevent this tragedy. So no one is spared.
I have labored during my sojourn in this world, discovering in so doing the answer to a pressing mystery.
All right. So I've, you know, done a lot of work while, you know, traveling in this world, and so I discovered the answer to a, you know, important mystery.
That of Black Rose's inexplicable potency.
Black Rose's inexplicable strength.
Come. Dost thou recognize yonder chart?
Do you recognize this chart on the wall? It's a chart of the elements, or it's something to do with magic?
Indeed. 'Tis a rendering of the elemental wheel, such as one might find in classrooms across the source.
Yeah, of course. It's a, you know, it's a picture of the elemental wheel that you know, see in the average classroom around the source. And apparently Gav didn't study as much.
As the chart maketh plain, our world is composed of 6 elements, in addition to which there exist 2 poles in fundamental opposition.
Okay. So, as the chart makes clear, our world is comprised of 6 elements. And there are 2 poles, you know, that are in opposition. You know, the 2 triangles there.
Astral, the active, umbral, the passive. As a reflection of the source, the first naturally compriseth the selfsame forces. Yet, curiously, there is a notable divergence in their nomenclature. To be specific, the denizens of this world employ not the terms astral and umbral.
All right. The first is a reflection of the source, so it naturally has the self-same forces, you know, the 6 elements. But oddly enough, there's a notable difference in their nomenclature, in their naming conventions. To be specific, the people of this world do not use the terms astral and umbral.
Thus was I moved to inquire what names said forces had been assigned. A simple question which yielded a most unexpected answer.
So Ryonje says, well, you know, I had to find the answer on what these things were called in this world, so, and it was a simple question, but it got a very unusual answer.
Upon demanding the name of the pole aligned with activity and growth, I was told that as life's myriad colors combine to produce black, the people of the first had called it darkness. At this, did my mind begin to race. Yet 'twas only when I asked what name had been given to the pole aligned with passivity that mine eyes were opened to the truth. Peace and tranquility being as purest white, unmarred by color, I was told it had been given the name of light.
So the astral pole was, you know, a combination of colors and was black, and then but it was only when I asked the name given to the pole aligned with passivity that my eyes were open to the truth. Peace and tranquility being as purest white, unmarred by color, I was told. It had been given the name of light.
That's umbral light and astral darkness, yes? I'm no etherologist, but it strikes me that the nomenclature of the first is rooted in the generation of the two forces, while our own appears to focus on their effects. Which makes one wonder, have we had it backwards all this time?
Maybe, maybe not.
"'Tis indeed a compelling question, and one which beareth closer examination. Yet what knowledge we already possess sufficeth to explain the chain of events."
All right. You know, it's an important question and one we need to look into more closely, but the knowledge we already have now is sufficient to explain, you know, the chain of events.
The phenomenon of etheric thinning observed in the source is the consequence of light, the power of stasis, flowing in from the first to stifle the movement of ether within the land.
Okay. You know, this phenomenon of thinning of the ether, which is we've been following actually since A Realm Reborn, which got noticed. The phenomenon of ether thinning observed in the source is because of light, the power of stasis, flowing in from the first to kind of stifle the movement of ether within the land.
And according to Master Alphino, Black Rose slayeth by halting the circulation of ether within living beings.
And according to Alphino, Black Rose kills by preventing the circulation of ether within a human.
Should such a weapon be unleashed,
or a living
even
being,
as the first were rejoined, replete as it is with light.
If such a weapon is unleashed, even if as the first were rejoined, full of light as it is,
we would have a disaster of untold proportions on our hands. A calamity. Well, at least we have a better grasp of what we're facing. Our objective, however, remains unchanged.
So basically, if you had a rejoining of the first with the source, the light is already making the ether too thin. You add the first, which is full of light right now, rejoining with the source, you potentially destroy the entire planet.
We are to eliminate the Light Warden of Ilneg. Speaking of which, were you able to ascertain its whereabouts?
Aye. 'Tis all but certainly ensconced within Leargear, the castle which standeth in the midst of the lake. To enter said stronghold, we must needs turn to the pixies for aid. Fortunately, I have become quite adept at courting their cooperation.
So it's the Light Warden is almost certainly holed up in the castle that's in the middle of the lake. But to be able to enter the castle, we have to turn to the pixies for help. Fortunately, I've become really good at getting them to cooperate.
Henceforth shall I accompany you, and do all in my power to ensure that my vision doth not come to pass.
So, from now on, I'll go with you, and I'll do everything in my power to make sure that this vision does not come to pass. It's like, yeah, thanks, you know, none of us want to die. I don't know what's worse, you know. I almost feel like seeing Tataru, like, not alive is the most disturbing of that whole thing, you know? Alright, what does Thancred say? We will be much bolstered for Urianger's company. Let's check out this place. Oh, you got lots of goodies up here. I don't suppose we can go up the ladder, can we? Nope. It's like skulls on the walls here. A tattered flag and... Okay. Urianger fixes you with his gaze. Looks at you intently. My friend, ere I speak of the task at hand, there is a question I would pose to you. Alright, before I tell you what we gotta do, I want to ask a question. What thinkest thou of mine appearance? What do you think of my outfit, man? I think it's actually pretty cool. Did you take up astrology? Did you lose weight? I didn't recognize you at first. Did you lose weight? Did I lose weight? If 'tis of flesh thou speakest, I cannot rightly say. However, in taking up astrology, I may have shed with some yalms of fabric. My present attire better suiteth the art. Did I lose weight? If it's, you know, my flesh you're speaking about, I don't know. However, having taken up astrology, I have shed a few yards of fabric. This new outfit suits the new job much better. Though the night be lost, behind the shroud of blinding light, doubt not but that the stars shine still. I have chosen to avail myself of their guidance, that I might navigate the sea of uncertainty that stretches before us. Okay. Alright, then, even though we can't have the night right now, because it's, you know, hidden behind this blinding light, the stars still shine, and I chose to consult them for guidance, and that I might be able to get through this, like, crazy uncertainty that stretches before us. But enough of myself. Let us now speak of our task. As I did mention, you know, he says enough about that, you know, let's talk about what we got to do. As I did mention, if we are to enter Leargear, we must needs gain the pixies' cooperation. This is a simple matter of presenting unto them a suitable gift. Alright, what did he say there again? As I mentioned, if we're to enter the castle, we must get the pixies' cooperation. This is a simple matter of giving them a suitable gift. I shall procure a selection of viands that shall please their palates. Thancred, pray assist me in this endeavor. I'm going to get some food that will, that they love to eat. Thancred, please help me with this. Oh, he probably, like, shook his head there, but... Meanwhile, Gav, I bid thee, obtain that which will please their eyes. In these parts, there abideth a violkin known for its beauteous wings, the hawker. I shall lend thee a receptacle within which thou mayest capture a weakened specimen. Okay. Alright, Gav. I'm going to have you get something that'll, you know, please the eyes, you know, that they like to look at. Alright, in these parts, there's a violkin known for its beautiful wings called the hawker, and I'll give you a jar which you can capture a weakened specimen. Basically, we're going to go put, like, fireflies in a jar or something. Okay. We get the food. You got to get the entertainment. Okay. Thancred said, there's no avoiding chores, is there? Far better under Urianger than the pixies, of course. Thou shouldst find a hawker nearby. Pray, use the receptacle I have lent thee to capture a weakened specimen. Alright, folks. We are going to leave it here for tonight. I am going to go up to Verbert, up to the north there, though, to unlock that other aetherite. Because we're halfway up to it already. This plot any... I don't think we can get into plot any yet. I am going to pick up that blue quest real quick, though. There's a killer bee here. Exuberant pixie. At the sight of you, the exuberant pixie's eyes light up with recognition. Oh, you're Urianger's friend, aren't you? Will you not lend me a hand? Sure. You see, Urianger's home is drab and dull, and I've a mind to decorate it, make it bright and beautiful. If you were to help out, it'd make it all the more special. First of all, we need some whirlweeds, a pretty little plant that grows in the water. We usually trade with the Fuath for it, but seeing as you can swim, you can harvest some for us. You should be able to find the weed in the lake where there's a sunken church. While you take care of this, I'll go and pick us lots and lots of beautiful flowers. Afterwards, let's meet back here for the decorating. See you soon. Okay. Anyway, I don't think we can get into Pliny. If we can, great. I might go grab that aetherite. Good Janana's grace. Ah, okay. I guess we can get in here. Just make our lives easier having this stuff unlocked here. We got a summoning stone here. This is a beautiful little area. Ooh. Let's go kill them. Oh, cool. I only need 2 of them. Okay, nice. Wolleckdorf. We might have an ether current up here somewhere close by. 146 yalms to the northeast. Okay. Let's see if we can find that little bugger. Oh, okay. Under 26 yams to the southwest. Oh, there it is. I see it. We can tackle that another time. Okay, we got this place unlocked. I'm gonna go back to Limsa while I find a cat joke for us. Alright. What's a cat's favorite cereal? Mice Krispies. Mice Krispies. Terrible one. Alright. Help us out, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, leave a comment. You know, some really important things happened today in terms of we found Urianger, we found Thancred, we ran into the Oracle of Light in Philia. And we'll see where things take us next time. Fought Ranjit. Didn't win, but we fought him. So. Alright, so on that note, I look forward to seeing you again soon. Mama Cat Gamer is signing out. Y'all have a great one, cats and kittens.